honor and privilege to welcome someone whose very presence on Capitol Hill represents not only achievement, but also the perseverance of a people who rose from the ashes of war to contribute to the very fabric of American democracy. Congressman Derek Tran is the first Vietnamese American elected U.S. House of Representatives from California, and the first ever to represent a district that includes significant Vietnamese American population. His story, like that of many in our community, is one shaped by sacrifice, hard work, and unwavering belief in freedom. He is the son of Vietnamese refugees and a U.S. veteran. His election to Congress is not a political milestone, but a profound moment of validation for the journey of the entire community that fled tyranny and rebuilt their lives in freedom. Please join us in welcoming Congressman Derek Tran.
Kính thưa quý vị, chúng tôi rất vinh dự được chào đón một nhân vật mà sự hiện diện của ông tại Quốc hội Hoa Kỳ không chỉ là một thành tựu cá nhân mà còn là biểu tượng của sự kiên cường của cả một cộng đồng đã vượt qua khói lửa chiến tranh để góp phần cho nền dân chủ Hoa Kỳ ngày hôm nay. Dân biểu Derek Trần là người Mỹ gốc Việt đầu tiên được bầu vào Hạ viện Hoa Kỳ đại diện cho tiểu bang California và cũng là người đầu tiên đại diện cho một khu vực có đông đảo người Việt sinh sống. Câu chuyện của ông cũng giống như câu chuyện của bao nhiêu người trong cộng đồng chúng ta, được hình thành bởi sự hy sinh, nỗ lực không ngừng và niềm tin không lay chuyển vào tự do. Ông là con trai của người tị nạn Việt Nam và là một cựu quân nhân Hoa Kỳ. Việc ông được bầu vào Quốc hội không chỉ là một dấu ấn chính trị mà còn là một minh chứng sâu sắc cho hành trình vượt thoát bạo quyền và tái lập cuộc đời trong tự do của cả một cộng đồng. Xin hân hạnh chào đón dân biểu liên bang Derek Trần.
Dạ, xin kính chào quý đồng hương, thưa thầy, thưa cha, chào mấy bác, mấy cô, mấy chú, anh chị, mấy đứa em. Good morning. It is an honor to stand before you today to mark a moment in history that is etched deeply into the hearts of all Vietnamese Americans. Black April, or Tháng Tư Đen, is not just a day in history. It's a painful reminder of the day we lost everything: our homes, our livelihoods, and our beloved country. I want to thank the organizer and community leaders who brought us together to mark this occasion here at the Lincoln Memorial, in the shadow of our nation's most cherished symbol of freedom. We are reminded today that freedom is not only precious, it is fragile, and it needs constant protection. 50 years ago, on April 30th, 1975, South Vietnam fell to the communist regime. American troops airlifted 7,000 American and Vietnamese people to safety during Operation Frequent Wind. Hundreds of thousands of Vietnamese refugees would follow, most of them boarding boats on uncharted waters, not knowing what awaited on the other side of their journey. In Vietnam, the conditions under the communist regime grew more brutal. Many were imprisoned in concentration camps, losing not just their homes, but their freedom, their dignity, and in too many cases, their lives. This is a painful day, a day for reflection, for remembrance, and for mourning. Over 58,000 United States soldiers and more than 260,000 South Vietnamese soldiers gave their lives in service. These brave men and women made the ultimate sacrifice, and they deserve our continued and unwavering gratitude. We mourn not only those who fought for freedom, but the countless innocent lives lost during the war, those who perished at the hands of the communists in the aftermath, and the brave souls who were lost fleeing repressions on boats. We have no choice but to honor those precious souls who were lost by giving the most we can do in this life, which is to be blessed with living it. I share my own story with hundreds of thousands of Vietnamese Americans born to parents who fled our homeland with nothing. Both people did not let the hardship of the journey define their life that they built here in America. We have built communities that are unparalleled in their strength, prosperity, and commitment to preserving our history. And now, as we reflect on the past 50 years since the fall of Saigon, we do so not just in solemn remembrance, but in celebration of what we have built together. From the ashes of war, we have risen. Today, we celebrate the trailblazers who have risen from this legacy. Generals and admirals in the US military, award-winning scientists, titans of business, educators, doctors, and artists. Our community has nurtured leaders in all walks of life, turning adversity into opportunity in just 5 short decades. Our journey from tragedy to triumph has only just begun, and the story of our people will continue to inspire generations to come. As the first Vietnamese American to represent Orange County's Little Saigon in Congress, I am humbled by the responsibility to carry this history forward. Little Saigon, home to the largest Vietnamese diaspora in the world, is a beacon of hope and a reminder of the resilience that has defined our community. Every day, I am reminded of our strength, our determination, and our unyielding commitment to preserving our story, to ensuring that no communist regime can rewrite our history. I am honored and humbled to be here today to share our story, to represent our community in the halls of power. I urge everyone here to join me in not only remembering the hardship we face, but also in celebrating the incredible resilience of the Vietnamese people. We must honor the lives of those who sacrificed everything for freedom. The United States Army veterans and the veterans of the former Republic of Vietnam. Many of us remember or carry the stories of many US soldiers who returned home from Vietnam without the recognition and gratitude they so deeply deserve. Today we stand together to say what we should have said long ago to all the Vietnam War veterans. Thank you and welcome home. I am forever indebted to you and your commitment to service. And as we commemorate this solemn milestone, let us reaffirm our commitment to the values that matter most: democracy, human rights, and freedom. Thank you so much.
Xin chân thành cảm ơn dân biểu vì những lời phát biểu đầy xúc động, cũng như vì đã một lần nữa khẳng định những nguyên tắc cốt lõi đã từ lâu định hình cuộc tranh đấu của chúng ta. Không thể có hòa hợp hòa giải nếu không có nhân quyền, và không thể có hòa bình nếu không có tự do. Những lý tưởng này chính là trung tâm của lịch sử chung của chúng ta và là niềm hy vọng cho một tương lai công bằng và dân chủ.
Thank you, Congressman, for your inspiration and also for the reaffirmation, the guiding principles that have long defined our struggle. No reconciliation is possible without human rights. No peace is possible without freedom. These ideals are central to our shared history and our hopes, and for a just and democratic future.
Và tiếp theo chương trình, chúng tôi xin trân trọng kính mời bà Destiny Nguyễn lên đọc diễn văn khai mạc bằng tiếng Anh. Xin trân trọng kính mời bà.
Dear distinguished guests, religious leaders, guests, veterans, community leaders and friends. 70 years ago, Vietnam was divided into North and South. This was due to the fact that Vietnamese communists wanted to enslave to the communist doctrines spearheaded by China and the Soviet Union. They applied ruthless, inhumane, bloody terror to oppress the people of Vietnam. They were willing to bring war and destruction to improve tyranny on their people, on their own land. The Republic of Vietnam, or South Vietnam, will create and internationally recognized as a new republic for the freedom-loving people to live in a democratic society and liberty, peace, and prosperity for all. The Armed Forces of Republic of Vietnam, or ARVN, were also formed to protect the South Vietnam from the brutal invasion and destruction from the North Vietnam. For more than 25 years, the ARVN and Armed Forces of the United States and the allied country fought valiantly with the great sacrifices, but sadly, even after hundreds of thousands of ARVN soldiers were killed, and more than 50,000 American soldiers died on soil of the South Vietnam, the Republic of Vietnam fell in 1975. After the war, the communists continued to wage vengeance against the South Vietnamese people. Millions were imprisoned in the hard labor camps, across the new unified country. Former Army officers were imprisoned and executed by thousands. Political dissidents were persecuted. Business was shut and confiscated. Hundreds of thousands of more Vietnamese died at sea or the jungle of Cambodia while across Vietnam to search for freedom. Dear guests, for thousands of years, the Vietnamese people relentlessly fought against the conquerors from the north to protect and create Vietnam today. The immoral statement of General Mack hundreds of years ago, "I would rather be ghost of the South than be the king of the North." On April 30, 1975, under the yellow flags of the South Vietnam, 5 generals and countless soldiers of Arvin took their lives to protect their honor. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of officers were imprisoned in hard labor camp, yet in the face suffering of death, their spirit were unwavering. After decades of imprisonment, they survived against all odds to carry on, to rebuild their life and support their family. Their unyielding strength, spirits of freedom became shining light for us and all today for our future generation. Today, 50 years after the day the war ended, we solemnly, respectfully commemorate, honor their sacrifice. Our presence here today in front of the sacred Lincoln Memorial is possible because what they have done for us. We would also commemorate and honor all victims of communism and hundreds of thousands of Vietnamese refugees who died in search of freedom. Our sacrifice shows us the price of freedom that we all shall ever cherish. The collective strength of free Vietnamese Americans is also a beacon of hope for the people of Vietnam, who still living under communist rule with lacks of freedom, basic human rights. The people of Vietnam deserve to live a non-communist democratic society with all the rights reserved for them in a modern, prosperous country. The sovereignty of the country must be protected for future generations of Vietnamese. To our Vietnamese people at home, our heart is with you. We must strain and commitment to make decisions different, to reconstruct and rebuild our homeland, worthy of great sacrifice that our ancestors have made create for a great nation of Vietnam. Therefore, with great determination, we now solemnly, respectfully declare the opening of Dark April 30 Commemoration Ceremony. Thank you.
Kính thưa quý vị, ban tổ chức có chuẩn bị thức ăn nhẹ và chút nữa chúng ta sẽ có một số giờ giải lao. Xin quý vị cùng nán lại với chúng tôi trong suốt quá trình cái chương trình ngày hôm nay.
Trong những thời khắc mà tự do bị đe dọa, công lý bị bóp nghẹt, nhân quyền bị chà đạp, chúng ta không thể im lặng. Và chính trong những giờ phút ấy, âm nhạc vang lên như một tiếng chuông cảnh tỉnh, một lời hiệu triệu, một ngọn lửa soi đường cho trái tim những người yêu nước. Hôm nay, chúng tôi xin giới thiệu một ca khúc Let's Stand Up, một sáng tác mới của nhạc sĩ luôn đau đáu cho vận mệnh dân tộc, nhạc sĩ Nguyệt Ánh. Bằng từng câu hát, từng giai đoạn, Let's Stand Up không chỉ là một bản nhạc mà là một lời tuyên ngôn, một lời nguyện cầu cho những anh hùng đã ngã xuống, một tiếng kêu gọi cho từng người con Việt Nam dù già hay trẻ, dù là mẹ hiền hay người cha thầm lặng, dù là sinh viên thất nghiệp hay phụ nữ phải bán thân nơi xứ người, dù là chiến sĩ bất bình với bè lũ bán nước hay là người công an không chấp nhận cộng sản đàn áp đồng bào. Hãy cùng đứng lên để tưởng niệm những tiền nhân đã hy sinh vì dân tộc, vì lý tưởng tự do. Đứng lên để tiếp nối con đường của những người anh hùng thà chết nhưng không đầu hàng. đứng lên để bảo vệ danh dự một dân tộc bị phản bội bởi chủ nghĩa phi nhân, đứng lên cho sự thật, cho công lý, cho một Việt Nam không còn nguyện không quỳ gối trước bạo lực, nguyện sẽ đứng lên. Let's stand up.
Light up the candles, we pray for our heroes, for the unnamed soldiers, for country, sons of fathers. Lift up your hearts, we pray for our people, for the one that we love. We salute them, the all-time heroes. They shed blood, defended freedom. They fought bravely against all enemies. Fallen soldiers sacrificed for freedom. Side by side, we never stop fighting against tyranny, against the oppression. Shoulder to shoulder, we never stop fighting against the dictators, against the suppression. Let's stand up, young and old, men and women, parents and children. Let's stand up for equality, justice and fairness, human rights. Let's stand up, young and old, men and women, parents and children. Let's stand up for liberty, for democracy, for freedom. Let's stand up, young and old, men and women, parents and children. Let's stand up for liberty, for democracy, for freedom, for democracy, for freedom. Thank you very much. Xin cảm ơn tất cả các anh chị em.
Bài thứ hai của ca sĩ Nguyệt Ánh cũng sáng tác nhân dịp 50 năm tưởng niệm Quốc hận. Đó là bài Khối tình chết vẫn không tàn. Xin kính mời quý vị thưởng thức.
Nói thật là Huyền đánh mệt lắm rồi, cố gắng lắm đi ra với các em. Thành ra bây giờ xin mời các anh chị em cố gắng hát dùm, tại vì đánh mệt lắm.